Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender's Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. We're taking a look at SPX. We're going to do it on the daily in 65 and look at our indicators as we do each and every day. So I'm trying to get back on track here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for the support. One thing I want to know, I'm not going to go into it, but just take a look at the MJ, the cannabis sector. MJ is the ETF for the world, and you can go MSOS for individual, or excuse me, the American market itself if you want something a little more pure. And our portfolio has all of them, individual names, MSOS, MJ, just doing fantastic. So I think we're in the infancy of this, and I'll post the last update that I did. And I think it's going to be the greatest sector for the decade. So, okay, we're doing this intraday about noon Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. It helps the channel out. It's 99 cents a month. If you want to do the $4.99 a month, we had a Apple trade today. We're long Apple and we're long IWM. We are short the market. And yeah, here we go. We're short NVIDIA. That's working out well so far after being blown out of two positions. So yes, I make bad trades too. So let's jump into it. We have SPX here on the daily time frame. We'll look at the VIX too. So you can see we're on the struggle bus in the danger zone that we've been talking about. Here's the 1929 trend line, and here's the 2008 trend line. We're just in this reversal zone. This is distribution. I think that this is either done or we get a correction and we make one more high. So in other words, are we going to get this schematic? All right, that's a distribution, Wyckoff, schematic 2, or I can't remember which one is which. I'll have to look back. But one gets the higher high, and then I believe we're in the situation here. But do we get a lower high in a continuation, or a higher high in a breakdown? Lower high, or one more higher high? That's what we're looking for, just to be quite frank. And all of this, in my opinion, is this situation right here. Okay, so if you want to look at the big scheme of things, I think we're here. Do we get a lower high and breakdown, or do we get that last inch out of a high here into these historic trend lines here after a correction? All right, so we'll look for a 3-wave move down. Boom, 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 which it will be bigger than this one, or an impulse wave and a breakdown. It could be 3 waves and we get a leading diagonal to start off. We'll just have to see. There's all sorts of options that can happen. That's why we do this so often. Let's look at, we're in a bullish posture. We're holding on to that 8 EMA as of today, trading around the 1929 trend line. McClellan oscillator, we're weak at breadth. As soon as the big names, stop rotating into Tesla and then out of NVIDIA and then back in NVIDIA and et cetera, we need to see a broader market. Not just IWM and Apple holding things up. Okay, so breadth is bad. As soon as those big names give up, this is going to drop. The market will drop. Okay, still rolling over the red histograms. We want to see those histograms start to expand. Lower high here in RSI. Do we get one more? In the very near term, do we get a new high to that purple line? That would probably give us another RSI 3 peak there. I could argue, and I do think this might be the 3 peak right here. The peak from the wave 3, boom, peak, peak. Lower high here. We're starting to get the rollover on stochastic. So this would be a sell signal. Technically, we have it here. Let's see how we close. So that could see some continuation tomorrow if that's the case. DMARC. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing to see here yet. No setup. Awesome oscillator. Again, that's going to roll over. It already has, but let's see it get into bear territory. Let's go to SPY. Money flow index. So this marks our reversals here. And positive. Here's accumulation. Here's distribution. Distribution, accumulation. It marks all of these tops and bottoms. Unfortunately, the timing is done in other methods, not in this one. Takes time for these to play out. This one, to me, just seems to be, let me get rid of this, triangulating. Okay. So we have the divergence on the top side, and we have this trend line that will keep dashed here to see when and if that breaks down or breaks up, right? At this point, we have distribution. Bollinger Band. No setup quite yet. It's getting tighter, so maybe if we do eke out one more new high here, maybe that's our next sell signal. Could be the sell signal. So this continues to look the same. We each and every day, each bar is a day. So we're paying attention to this. It's mostly going sideways, but I don't expect a new peak from here. I think this will roll over from where it is, even if we get a new high here. These are based off of moving averages, and I think the moving averages will continue to roll over. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is looking well. It's doing exactly what we've been talking about. We had our ideal dominant cycle low along with the minor low here. Got a rising phase from this minor phase. Perhaps we get one more low. I don't know here, but I don't suspect we'll make this brand new low right here. Okay, I think our low is in. Maybe we're hitting a minor cycle low, and we continue the rising phase here. And when it does, it happens very quickly. So just be on the lookout for that. Look at that dominant phase low right there. Boom. This rocket's out there. So we already had our breakout. We're breaking down. I guess you could argue that adjust this wedge a little bit. Maybe it's just forming a bigger wedge. But in order for us to move this wedge all the way to the wicks here, I would want to see a new low happen, and then we can form it from there. For now, it's just a back test. And we had this tweezer bottom here. And if you look at the moving averages, we're setting up really nicely. So breakout from the wedge, holding on to these, just grabbing on, building this higher low structure here on top of the 20 and the 8 EMA. So looking good so far. Let's go back to SPY on the 65. Look at our traditional look here. All right, holding on to this level. By the way, this is our trade that we're following, one of our official trades here. That is a contrarian play because we're in an uptrend, right? So this is a contrarian play. We have out till Friday. We're at the strike price that we held on to there, and we should take our trade off, assuming it happens fairly quickly in the next couple days, not on Friday itself. Then we might have to take profit a little bit sooner. But getting to the 622 should give us approximately a double here. All right, so we're looking for this to, and we're really looking for the lower end the option of the options expected move. So this is well within the range, and we'll see what happens from here. So our moving averages, we're holding on to that 50 right now. We're losing the 8 and the 20. And we're getting the rollover here from the negative divergence. Let's see if that plays out. We're already in the oversold territory. So again, this could, so a slow stoke, it looks like it's starting to turn up. We still could make a new high in SPY and making you maybe a lower high in the Qs. The Qs, when I'm looking at this as a count, as a wave count, let's go ahead and check it out. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, and then this, I thought this was a 4 here, but this could be a 4 right here. And now we could have a 1, 2, and look how that's 3 waves, right? 1, 2, that's 3 waves, 3, a little 4 here, and then a new wave 5. Okay, so this still could technically make this very, minuscule high here. And so we do have some trades with Tesla and Apple that we shared with the $4.99 a month members that could help lift the market for eke out one new high here. All right, so that it hedges our puts as well, or you could say vice versa. Since we're in an uptrend, we have those as our trades to the upside, and we have puts on the market. So the Qs look a little different. This looks like a 1, 2, but this does look like it's maybe a 3 right here. See that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's wave 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I don't know if that's the case. I'm not going to go into all the rules and everything of Elliott wave, but this could be done. Even if we do get a bounce, this could get a lower high. And they, quite frankly, they both could eke out a new high, and they would match each other, but it doesn't always happen that way. Just want you to be aware. Okay, going back to SPY, and we'll just check out the last of our indicators here. We have the DMARC. So we had our 9-count sell signal, made a little bit higher. Now we're starting to get a count to the downside. Let's see if we get some sort of 9-count to the downside. Perhaps we'll get a bounce out of that. Awesome oscillator, starting to roll back over. That's what we want to see. That was negative divergence from this high up here. Money flow index, again, that overbought territory after the nice correction here. So do we get a new high and get the negative divergence in the near term, similar to what happened here and here? I would like to see that. That's fine. Then we'll add on to some shorts, and probably much near term shorts than we have on our swings, or we could add later dates. It doesn't really matter, but we'll talk about that in the Discord, which comes with both memberships. And look for a lower high here. Bollinger Band, we got our sell signal off of that, overbought into the Bollinger Band. Now we're tightening up again. Elliott oscillator, same thing, we're rolling over. But in the very near term, so you could argue, this is divergence from, these highs up here. But in the very near term, do we get one more of these last highs there? Okay, that's what we'll be looking out for. If that's the case, then maybe this trade doesn't work out, but our Apple and our IWM trades do. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for joining us here at OptionsTender. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the Discord.